Alright, I'm headed to Weiser State Forest. I'm currently on state game lands. This is called Luke's Trail. I parked south of Likens, and this takes you into Weiser State Forest. So this is all new to me here, so I'm gonna do some exploring today, check out some of the trails, and I'm headed towards what's called the Halderman tract of the Weiser State Forest. There's a number of different tracks, so we'll see what we can find out here. And it's a bit breezy today, so there might be some wind noise on the camera at times. There's not much I can do about that. Alright, let's head on out. It's been looking like this for a while. I got from the parking area, it's about 1.5 miles to get to actually be in the state forest. But still a beautiful day. It's like in the 60s right now. What I'm really hoping to see is like a bear today. A bear, like 2 cubs. From a safe distance though. Well, about an hour into this hike and we are now officially in Weiser State Forest. Got these little gems growing down here. This is a yellow star grass because the leaves just look like almost like the rest of the grass here. That's what these are. Yellow star grass. I've taken a little side trail here that leads to what looks like some kind of a observation deck or something here. That's kind of cool, actually. Got a little bench here. So maybe I'll just chill here for a little bit. I think this is a good idea to have these out here. Nice little rest stop on your hike. Sit down, have a drink, something to eat before you head on out again. Alright, let's keep on going. I'm walking through an area that looks like it burned over at one time. Down here, all these little sassafras trees. Because you know they have the different types of leaves all on one tree. Some are mittens, some have 2 thumbs, some have no thumbs. But these leaves are yummy. Pick off the young leaves. You eat them. They have a nice taste to them. They get a little slimy in your mouth, but I kind of like eating. Can't describe the taste too much, but oh well, I like to eat them. And we have some flowers down here. You might think these are dandelions, but they're not. It's called hawkweed. You can look down at the leaves, they look nothing like dandelion leaves, and they're hairy. And the stalks of the hawkweed are kind of fuzzy too, and they have more than one. See, get off there. There's a flower and there's another bud below it. Dandelions only have one, flower bud per stalk. These have multiple ones. This is called a hawkweed. There's an orange variety too. I haven't seen that growing around here. A lot of times these grow in lawns too, and people think they're dandelions, but they're not. Hawkweed. And of course we have the mountain laurel starting to bloom. Pennsylvania state flower. Of course there's a dark side to mountain laurel. It's actually poisonous. Flowers, leaves, everything. So, but still pretty. Alright, so after about 1.5 hours on Luke's Trail, we come to Grimm's Trail, which goes up that way. Luke's Trail continues on that way. If I head up here, this should take me to what's called Minick picnic area. So hopefully that is where it takes me. I'm gonna end up coming back this way. I'm gonna try and make some kind of a loop trail out of all this. if I don't get lost. Down here, these daisy-like flowers, this is called fleabane. It's pretty common, and it's called that because it has a natural insecticide in it, pyrethrum, that deters insects. I've often thought about trying to make like a insect repellent spray out of it to see if it works, but yeah, well, so that's fleabane. There's a whole bunch of cool looking mushrooms. These don't look familiar to me. Cool. Yeah, I'm kind of a mushroom freak. I like mushrooms. Alright. So that brings me out to, is it called White Oak Road? So I'm pretty sure the picnic area is up this way a little bit. Got some people on horses down there. Minick's Hit. This is a trail I'm gonna take, but I want to check out the picnic area down here first. See what this place is like. It's not a bad little spot up here. They do have bathrooms up there. Number of picnic tables. It is kind of remote, so that's nice. So anyway, I think I'll take a little break here. So, Minick's Hit Trail. Here we go. I have a feeling this is going to be uphill, because that Grim Trail brought me downhill. You know, if you go downhill, you gotta go back up. So far, all the trails have been all these old forest roads or logging roads. Not quite sure what I think about that. They're not really trails in a sense, but they're alright, I guess. I'm not a big fan of road walking, but this is not like a paved road, obviously. But there's something neat about just walking on a single track trail through the woods. Kind of like when you're on the Appalachian Trail. But still a nice place. Haven't seen a bear yet. Still hoping to see one. Or maybe a rattlesnake. Haven't seen any of those this summer yet. Alright, so now I've come to what's called the, I can't really see it on there, the Matter Trail. There you go. Matter Trail. Head down this way. This takes you to an overlook. I think it's where the hang gliders jump off of, so I'm not jumping off. So but we'll get a good look out over the valley from there. I found some dead thing here. See some different beetles in there. I'm trying to figure out what kind of skull that is then. What animal? They collect skulls. So I might take that one home. I know that sounds gross, but I teach too, so I use them as tools for teaching as well. Well, this skull got crushed. This is the lower jaws and some sections of the upper. The rest of it got crushed, so can't take this one home. Not sure quite what this was. Some of the fur here looks like a fox, but I don't know. Just gonna let that one go. So, Matters Trail is right there. This is where I came off, and now this is a Wolf Pond Road. This should take me right to that lookout I was talking about. Because I'm not sure why it's called Wolf Pond. There's no pond or wolves around here. I guess it just sounds naturey. Alright, so I'll see you up at the lookout. But I'm not jumping. It's kind of odd, there's like military trucks up here. U.S. Air Force. Anyway. Yeah, I'm coming out to the outlook here. It's probably going to be pretty windy up here, so I'm not going to do much talking up here. But this is where the hang gliders jump off. And there's some videos on YouTube watching people just jump off of here. It's kind of, yeah, you got to have some nerves to just jump off here. Alright, I'm going to stop talking. Yeah, in that last video you could see those military dudes. They're out there chilling on that hill. Not sure what they were doing. I didn't want to bother them, no. But anyway, I'm now on, I think this is called Wolf's Rim Trail. This trail should link me back up to what was called Luke's Trail, the trail I started on. Or at least I hope it does. Otherwise it's going to be a much longer hike than what I planned. So, oh well. Check it out. There's a dung beetle in this pile of poop here. He's in like a defensive posture right now. Alright, we'll let him play with his poop there. So I'm still on this Wolf Rim Trail, and right here is a rock. And as they do out here, someone left their mark. Probably a fox or something. It's their way of saying, hey, this is my territory. So, alright, so we know somebody lives here. Check out this little guy. He's pretty well well, now he's moving again. They got great camouflage. Walking around there. That's a grouse back there. Just making all kinds of noises at me. Yeah, I can still hear her in there. I had no idea what it was for a while, but I'm pretty sure that was a ruffed grouse. Alright. I'll let her go. I just came upon this flower. It looks familiar from the field guide. It's new to me though. I think it's either a carrion flower or a camas flower or something like that. I could be wrong, but they're pretty neat. Yeah, so here's the rim trail. That's where I came from. I'm crossing over White Oak Road, and over here is Luke's Trail. There's a sign for it here. Luke's Trail. So this will take me back. I still got, I don't know how far, 4 or 5 miles yet. So, but I'm getting there. Still haven't seen a bear yet. Yeah, I just got 3.5 miles to go yet. Just check the map here. That's good to know. The legs are getting a little tired. Yeah, this is the junction with Grimm's Trail. That should sound familiar because that's where I came from up here, and went up that way, and I told you I'd be coming back this way. And here I am. Grimm's Trail. Alright. And I just found these little beauties too. I think these are called, I think it's blue stargrass. Because he just looks like grass with little blue flowers growing on top. Cool. Alright, so I found some little puffball mushrooms here. And I cut the one open to make sure it's white inside. If you ever cut a puffball open and it's black or brown, it's not a puffball. So, I think I'm going to take these two home and eat them. It's one mushroom I haven't tried yet. So, let's see what these taste like. Mr. Chipmunk. Alright, so I came out to like a 11-12 mile hike, I think, so it's pretty long. But I took the long way in. I came up this thing called Luke's Trail. You know, there are public roads in Weiser State Forest that you can drive into. I did the long way, which is alright. So, it's a pretty nice place. The trails are really easy. I didn't see a bear, but oh well. Oh yeah, this is the Halderman tract. I think that's how you say it. There's different tracts. There's like the Greenland tract and different ones, but this was the Halderman tract, just south of Lichens. So that's what this place was. All right. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you next time.